So we're joined today on Highland League Weekly by Clachnacuddin player coach Martin Callum. He's the latest person to be taking on our Fantasy Fives challenge. He's given us the two teams made up of guys that he's played with and against. So starting us off, Martin, run us through the team of guys you played with.
Right, so in goals I've gone with John Campbell. John was a typical goalie, absolute madman on the park, but lovely bloke off it. Did not like getting scored into. Always remember at training if you tried to dink him and he caught, he'd beat your ball over the fence, like you have to go and get it. So yeah, John's the number one. Second, I've gone for Gary Warren in defence. Gary joined us at the beginning of last year, I think, and he just made a massive difference to the place, just on and off the park. The experience he had, you could tell he played at a higher level. He's just, a very, very good defender. And, the thing that stood out for me was just Gaz's mentality. Like, there was no ego. He just fitted straight in with everything that we were trying to do at the club. And, good guy. Next, I've gone for Clach's number 9, Gordy Morrison. Gordy was a lazy footballer. He was always the last one at the pre-season running, always at the bottom, but just got away with it because he had so much ability. I think one year he scored, can't remember how many goals he scored, but he won Highland League Player of the Year, and he was arguably probably one of the best strikers in the league. He scored unbelievable goals for us, left foot, right foot, could head the ball. Then, I remember towards the end of his time at Clach, he moved into centre half, and he was probably one of the best centre halves in the league. So, yeah, Gordy's made it in there. Number 4, I've gone for Blair Laurie. Blair keeps telling me that when he was younger he used to have pace, but I don't really remember that, to be honest with you. But Blair's. We've obviously played together for a long time, me and Blair, and technically just very good footballer. I can't remember him ever scoring a tap in. It was always like a 20-yarder from 20-yarder into the top corner, so I've gone for Blair. And the last one is Michael Finnis. Similar to Blair, played together for a long time at Clach. He's probably, like, me and him played in midfield quite a lot, and he's probably like my favourite player to play with in there. He was captain of the team for a good few years, and he's a leader, good talker, like a moan and a gurn, but and obviously he's the penalty king. Like, I saw him take about 100 penalties for Clach. He put every single one of them down the middle, and not one goalie in the Highland League cottoned on to that's what he done. So there you go. There's a tip for you all, like all you Highland League goalies out there, that he puts them straight down the middle every time.
Oh, well, that's a good team you've picked, Martin. I ken that Michael will be raging that you've given away his secret there, but we'll see if that has any impact in the weeks ahead. But onto your second team, run us through the guys you've picked that you played against.
So for the team against, in goals, I've gone for Joe Mallon of Brora Rangers. Probably just one of the most consistent goalies over the last 10 years or so. In a really strong Brora team. They've won the league, they've won the caps, had amazing Scottish Cup runs, and he's obviously been a massive part of that. He's a great goalie. I don't think you really have like a standout attribute, because he's just good in all departments. So I've gone for Joe. For my 4 outfield players, I've just picked midfielders that have just given me the runaround over the years. So the next one is Gavin Morrison. think he's at Spartans now, but played for Brora obviously for years. I could have picked any sort of one from that Brora midfield over the years, like Dale Gillespie, Mark McLean, Gav. They've just really given me a torrid time over the years, like whenever we played them, you know. But I've gone for Gav, just, you know, technically very good footballer, physically very strong, and, you know, just gave us a really hard time anytime we played them. Yeah. Next one is one from a few years ago when Cove Rangers were in the league, Blair Yule. He'll not remember playing against me, but I certainly remember playing against him and just thinking, I cannot get anywhere near you, mate. So it just stuck out in my head, him whenever we played against Cove. And I was up against him. He's just such a good player, like really quick as well. Could run with the ball, could pass the ball, and yeah, just gave me the runaround anytime we played him, really, to be honest. Yeah, so he's the next one. Right, so the next one is Kevin Fraser at Bucky Thistle, another guy who's given me the runaround over the years. I remember Kev when Bucky won the league. I think he was Highland League Player of the Year that season, and yeah, he was unplayable at times. Just got about the park. He was like a box-to-box midfielder. He was really difficult to mark and was always making late runs into the box. And yeah, just could run with the ball, could pass the ball, could head the ball. Was fast. Just basically couldn't get near him, to be honest. Yeah, so yeah, Kev's the next one. And the last midfielder to make up my team of midfielders is Graham Rogers for Martin United. Another one who's been in the league for a long time, like for as long as I can remember. And, you know, just his consistency, like every year, I think his numbers are like he scores, I don't know how many goals he scores a season, but he seems to be scoring every week. And he's been doing that for 10 plus years, I'd imagine. So yeah, just another guy he's really difficult to pick up, makes good runs into the box, scores goals, can head the ball, pass the ball, can run with the ball, you know, just got everything, and yeah, basically terrorised me over the years. So he's the last one.
Well, that's two quality sides you've picked, Martin, and the key question to finish, obviously, it's a Clach select against your midfielders. I mean, who's going to win that game if the two sides played one another?
As good as my team have played against is, I've got to stick with the Clach boys.